in Canada. We got SandFalls in the studio. It's Jamstrumental 134.
Yo.
Metallic Edition. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're trying out a new format. We're going to kick off with a short little SandFalls set. We're going to do an interview, and then we're going to get into the jam. So, friggin' right, let's go.
Decided to leave it all behind. With this device you will have life. With this device you will have life.
We got the chat live right now. Feel free to drop a comment. Shout out to Kenny Furon.
Hey, Kenny.
From Wreckage.
Big thanks to Kenny.
A lot of Wreckage.
Shout out to Wreckage. They're the best band ever.
Yeah, we're starting Jamstrumental off with SandFalls here. Moncton band. They play metal music.
You ready?
The new album dropping out Friday. Check it out.
Sepultura! Why don't you get a life and grow up? Why don't you realize that you fucked up? Why criticize what you don't understand? Why take my word? You're so afraid. You think you have the right to put me down? Propaganda, hide yourself. Face to face, you don't have a word to say. Got in my way, now you'll have to pay. Don't believe what you see. Don't believe what you read. You're neither here, I'm here to stay. I didn't start all these yesterday. Face to face, all the way. Now that the children are not allowed. Don't believe what you see. Don't believe what you read.
Holy shit, boys.
Holy shit balls.
These are all new songs, right?
That last one was a Sepultura cover.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But all the rest of the songs are going to be released in a month in our upcoming album.
Sweet.
This next song, our last song, is going to be, well, the last song, and it's also releasing this Friday.
Coming to a theater near you.
Beautiful.
Without further ado, this is A Way to Dispose.
beast that's inside of me. Wash all my pain, dispose all the shame, and drag down this beast that's inside of me. Turn it out the way, which you can dispose all your sorrows away. I'll wash all my pain, dispose all the shame, drag down this beast that's inside of me.
Thank you.
Friggin' right, SandFalls from Moncton, Canada. New album they got coming out. We're gonna do a little interview with these guys. So stick around. And then we're gonna get into some jams. Yeah, friggin' right. We got Zach here too with us. We got Zach from Wreckage. Also plays with Ross Cola. Got some other jammers coming out tonight too, so it's gonna be a fun night. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Home, 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 home. It's gone now. Yeah, we got Zach with us here. How's it going, Zach?
It's going pretty great. It's going good.
How do you feel? How do you feel?
Feel awesome. Feel awesome today. Feel energized. Just stopped a lot of things in my life, like alcohol.
Oh, nice.
Stopped being lazy, playing video games all the time. did that. Started getting a lot more energy, you know, doing different things,
Dope.
writing music.
Writing some music.
Yo, Jamin in the house.
There we go. We got SandFalls here.
We got Tommy in here. We got. Did I forget your name again? Yeah. Sam. I was saying too many names. Like
Sam Falls.
My train of thought.
That's how I
was
remember.
saying so many names. This guy though, I met him only like twice. What's your name again? Ethan. Yeah. Fuck yeah. I got it.
Oh, yeah, we gotta get Jamin in there. Oh shit, there we go.
Oh, shit. Hi.
Didn't even see. All right. Yeah, grab microphone.
Holy balls.
Here you go.
All right. So I got some.
Yo, world. Hello.
How's everybody doing out there on this fine Tuesday night?
Wow, we got the chat going here. Oh, shout out to Kenny. He just donated 20 stars. Thanks so much.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to
Hell yeah, Kenny.
Eve and Mark Colette. All right. So who the fuck are you guys? Where'd you come from?
My name is Tommy. I am the drummer from SandFalls. I'm from around here. And I kind of joined his band because he joined my band and then poached all the other members. So
I joined in. I took the bassist, I took the drummer, and
was
then
it
I left
called
the
again?
guitarist.
there was no.
Yeah, there was no official names.
It was all worth it in the end, though.
Yeah, in the end, we turned into SandFalls, and now we're a band.
Nice.
Mm.
Nice sunglasses.
Thank you. It's my first day wearing them today.
Looks like if Tesla made a pair of sunglasses.
I'm wearing the Tesla glasses.
Yeah, and yeah, what kind of music would you guys consider yourselves?
From what you just heard, what would you categorize it as?
Oh, it's like
Because we
like-
have no
I
idea.
don't know. I think it's. I think you guys got like a little bit of everything. It's like you got some spice, you got some sweetness. You know, got a little bit of progressiveness. I was hearing with that new stuff. So I was
Yeah.
pretty impressed. Like since we first played together, I don't know if it was your first show, but it was definitely our first show. It gave me some inspiration as well to start writing more music and stuff. But like from what I hear, from what you guys are evolving into, it's like the music is definitely there.
What's crazy is that from that show and today, all of the songs you heard on that first show that you
Yeah.
heard us, it was mostly all the songs we played today, but not as like rearranged as we did.
It was like almost like you packed one.
Yeah, it was
song.
all the stuff that
Yeah.
I wrote before I steal him from the other band.
Okay, so you basically so you took the song and you made it into one kind of deal, like or a couple.
No, like I took like for example the first one we played, Device. That's one of the very first song I wrote, like for the
Yeah.
band itself. It was a different lineup, and I just all the members left or something like that, and I took that guy, and I took that guy, and we just like played them a lot, and it evolved over time.
So A Way to Dispose, is that like a long song?
It is a long song. It is
Okay,
also
that's what
one
I
of the oldest song. It is the only song we have never not played live.
Okay, so that's why.
It
hear
is- it
I'm
is the lead
it's
single of the
unique,
album.
It's nice. It's a nice crunch to it for a metal type of song. So
In my
really
opinion,
good
it,
to
it, it is basically the entire sound of that song is what SandFalls is.
yeah.
Musically
I
wise.
hear a lot of prog metal and just like there's a whole lot of thrash too. So it's-
Lots of
some groove in
randomness.
there too. It's definitely grooving.
Yeah. Most of the song used to be really groovy, and then he thrashing them up.
Yeah, it did seem like you have like like almost like three parts. I thought there was like 2 or 3 songs mashed into one almost because I've heard some parts before and like hearing it all together, it was like wow, it's like a masterpiece.
That's what metal sounded like to me when I first started listening to it. I'm like, this is like 2 songs put together.
Yeah.
It's like a complete
Yeah.
BPM change and like stuff like that. I'd call it extreme metal.
Extreme metal.
Yeah.
It's a good category.
Oh yeah, Mark Colette there in the comments there says he heard a lot of Mastodon, Iron Maiden, Creator, and Exodus.
It's funny because I can think in my head all the parts of her songs that sound exactly like those bands.
Yeah.
Especially the Creator one. It was like I
The
always
Credo, we did not play it, but there's a part that is like
we did.
1-1.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did.
No, we
sure.
played it for practice, but
No, we played it. It's Convicted. In Convicted.
Where? I was thinking of Third Bullet.
No, like Convicted is exactly reconquering the throne at some point, like halfway through, and then yeah. Lots
never
of
told
made
me
it in
that.
like quiet, like lots of I made it on inner like quieter stuff, and they're kind of like jolly stuff as well.
It's very much like the European Big Four.
All condensed in one band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, but that just kind of like Sonic influence.
Who is the European Big Four?
It's Sodom, sorry. Creator? They're not from the U.S., are they?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't.
I don't think
I
there's. a
don't know
European
anything
Big
about
Four.
Creator. I've heard the name, but
They're from somewhere in Europe, I think.
Creator is from Germany. No, they're like in a country like that. There. Yeah, they're German. I'm pretty sure, and they're like very thrash, like very like the OG, like thrash metal type thing. We have seen them live with Sepultura last year, which we did a cover of Sepultura, their Propaganda in our set. That's a fun song to play.
sweet. Yeah, it sounded good since the last time I heard you guys play. I can tell you've been in the studio playing the click tracks and
Yeah.
like
When
sound
was the
really
last time
rehearsed.
that you saw us?
I think the last time I seen you guys would have been East Coast Music Championship.
Okay, so you've seen the new lineup.
I thought it was Wreckfest for a minute. 'Cause
Yeah,
I remember
that
we
was
did the-
after Wreckfest.
Okay, yeah.
The Dart Club.
Yeah, Dark Club. It was around Halloween. It was a Halloween party.
Yeah.
Probably
was a
going to be
good time.
doing another one of those this year, too. So
Nice.
That was a really good time.
It was the day after
it was.
Halloween, so I told everyone to wear masks, but they all like took theirs off after the first song.
Oh, I
Mine
couldn't, I
was
couldn't
like-
see my fretboard.
Well, I know, but mine was like a shirt on with like some sort of like leather thing, so I was kind of like in for the ride whether I liked it or not. So I just played the whole show with this weird like BDSM thing on my face.
awesome. Yeah, Wreckage. They took the cup there for that one.
Yeah, we did take the cup, but I do think a lot of other bands did deserve it. for
Wreckage
sure.
did have better masks though. That's the thing.
I was just wearing the retired rock star uniforms, the bathrobe, sunglasses. you know.
That was amazing. I remember that. That
I
was
tore up my
amazing.
jeans because they were already just torn up, and I was like, whatever. I was just gonna hide my legs. I mean, I just show more of my legs, like I just got out of bed. And yeah, no, but a lot of bands that played there was they're phenomenal. It was just
Yeah, all hits.
I wish we could do some more of that for sure. Battle of the Bands. It's pretty awesome to see new bands play too.
And it was cool that it was all like different genres too. It wasn't just like
Yeah.
just metal or just acoustic
Yeah.
stuff or just whatever. It was like a broad mix of everything, which
Went
is
from like that kind of like quieter '90s alternative rock, and then I think like Root Cellar came on right afterwards.
Holy
and
shit,
like
those
it-
guys were insane.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I saw a lot of weird faces when they started.
I kind of got too scared after Root Cellar came
That-
on.
that
I
was
got a
like-
few songs I was able to handle. I was like, whoa, these guys are crazy. And I got like too scary. They had like sounds going off. And it was like from a horror movie. And I was like, I'm just going to go for a walk for a little bit. This is a little scary.
That's very much like the guys who go beyond the Rob Zombie grindhouse. Like they're watching like
Their
Lucifer
outfits.
Valentine's
Yeah.
Slaughtered Vomit Dolls trilogy in their spare time on like a dirty VHS cassette or whatever. Like horror weirdos.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I really love
It's like,
their
yeah, sure.
I really love their outfit, like their whole
Outfits, yeah.
they had a whole outfit and vibe going on. Like that's very like hard to find, I
They
guess,
look
like in a band.
They looked like hillbillies that were like turned into scarecrows.
Yeah.
And
Well,
they're like,
yeah.
they like became alive and they like came right off the.
Well, it's like
stand.
the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Hills Have Eyes, like Rob Zombie, kind of like
Yeah.
grindhouse, like dirty rednecks, you know, stuff like that.
Well, was that just their outfit for that day, or did they? Was that their everyday
I
outfit?
think that's their everyday outfit.
I think that's their thing.
for their thing.
Because their music is
that's
very
awesome.
much like that Mortician,
yeah,
you know, horror
like
movie
horror
style.
metal.
Yeah.
I remember this. The drummer, he had his snare drum like really low.
I
It
remember
was like
that.
at a weird angle and stuff.
I know it was paining me to watch him go, like, because like I need to have my snare like right nice and tabletop there most
Yeah.
of the time, just so I can. I don't know. I was looking at him and was like, I mean, it was impressive. He was a really good.
He was
like,
a really good drummer.
yeah, a really good drummer. Like,
Yeah,
I'm-
that
I'm
whole
glad
band
I'm
was
not-
insane.
yeah. And they were, yeah, when they came on, like there was like a shift in the crowd. Like a bunch of people kind of came up to the front, and then some of them kind of went outside for a smoke. Like there was like a bit of a shift that happened when they came on.
Like, no offense to the other bands I played there, but when they came on, I like perked up and I went to like sit at the front row.
It perked up.
Yeah, friggin' right. That was a fun night, and yeah, you guys won second place on that.
Rightfully
Right,
so,
too.
because
We did.
Wreckage got first place.
yeah.
Wreckage is set.
There's
where it's
one
like
thing
a
you guys
party.
did. You guys ended it right at the 0 mark for
Yes.
the
Oh,
timer.
yeah.
You guys did
Yeah.
it on purpose, and
Gotta
it was
count
it was awesome. It was excellent.
We were like finishing the song, and I was looking at the timer there, like finishing, like, and we kind of had it easy because it finishes with like a little drum solo thing.
What was the last song?
Lost Wonder, probably.
Oh,
It just
Yeah.
finishes with like the bottom triplets, just for, because we recorded that song at your studio a couple of years ago. That's like when I first learned drums.
Yeah.
I kind of learned everything from Led Zeppelin. Like that was my whole. And then I was like, yo, I gotta have like some bottom triplets on there. So that's kind of how the song ends for no reason. But anyways, I was doing those and I was looking at the timer, and then boom, 0 second right on the.
Sweet.
So that kind of did create some effect.
Because we had a 20-minute timer for each band. We had it on the projector screen. So it was, yeah, it was pretty cool.
I mean that's nice because some, like, you know, when you don't know, right? Like if you're playing, like, you don't know how much time you're taking up. So that's, I actually enjoyed having that timer there. I think it made it very
It was
functional.
stressful.
I couldn't see it because I had the polyester over my face. So
Yeah. Also, big shout out to Dogs of Sun. They won third place at East Coast Music Championship.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
They are awesome.
Yeah, dude.
And yeah,
Very groovy.
The rumor has it you guys have a new album coming out. What's it called?
As the SandFalls is what the album is going to be.
Sweet.
We
dot
had to
dot
do it.
dot.
That's a very clever album title. Right
We had
there.
to do it.
That's good. That's like that's a great title.
Like I wanted it to be like a self-titled, but I sort of hate. I have like a love-hate relationship with like self-titles.
Oh,
It
just
can't
do
just
it.
be
Just-
SandFalls, you know.
I know.
It has to be like a variation of
But
it.
it's kind of still kind of like a self-titled.
Yeah,
song.
that's the
But you
point of
kinda
it.
just have like, yeah, exactly. So you
It's
have,
not
like, the
SandFalls,
little-
but it's as the SandFalls. Dot dot dot.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
a really good. Like it's almost like part of your name, almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Have you heard "As the Sand Falls" by SandFalls type shit?
Yeah.
I'd have to disagree with you because I think the first Black Sabbath record is like the best like self-titled, because not only is that the name of the album, but that's the name of the song, so you get to see Black Sabbath up 3 times.
Yeah. We have "As the Sand Falls" by SandFalls in "As the Sand Falls."
Oh, you have a track called As the Sand Falls
Yes.
as well.
Can I
There you
talk about
go.
that track?
Oh yeah,
No.
they can't hear it.
The track "As the Sand Falls" was recorded. No. The track "As the Sand Falls" was recorded because it's an 8-song album right now, and before that we only had 7 because it was composed of all like the older songs that came before everybody else joined his band. Just because we started writing new different stuff, so we figured we should just like record everything. And 7-song album is pretty short, a little bit too short for our taste, so we kind of decided we needed to have like just like another filler song, and then we recorded like a. We recorded like pretty much what it is, like an acoustic jam. We recorded it like in one take in my basement, like everybody was mic'd up, and we just recorded it, no clicks, no anything. And we added a bunch of different stuff to it. We made it sound really cool. It's a very experimental track, or a mixing guy, Zach Legier, shout out, Zach Legier. Our
Yes.
mixing guy had a very hard time mixing it because of all the stupid stuff we recorded. So.
To be clear, it was not on one take. It was multiple takes, but like it was the whole song.
Yeah.
What-
is what he meant?
What he means is that we didn't do it first take.
We do it one take.
We
and then
tried it.
It was
multiple
not one. It was not a
times.
one-take wonder.
No, we were all mic'd up recording at once, but we
I
had
wasn't.
like 50 like different like attempts, I guess, to it.
It was multi-track too for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're pretty hyped for this one to be released. We like the way it turned out.
It is one of the songs I'm the most proud of.
How many tracks on the new album?
9.
Nice.
Yeah. It's right under 10.
And you can find that on where can people find it?
You can find it on all streaming platforms, and we will be working on getting some CDs out, hopefully for release. We're gonna try very hard.
Sweet. That would have been my next question. And
I'm ahead of the game.
And where can people find you online?
It's pretty simple. It's just our name everywhere. Just SandFalls, one word.
Sweet.
So it's either SandFalls or some Instagram or Facebook. Some of them wants official or
YouTube.
something. Yeah, YouTube. We're gonna start posting a lot more on YouTube. We film every show we play, and I post them fully edited, multiple camera angles.
Yeah, you've really been on that.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
He stole my GoPro.
Oh yeah.
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 Nice.
The East Coast Music Championship actually will be released very soon. The whole
Sweet.
set list.
Oh yeah, you filmed that too.
Yep. That's, in my opinion, is also one of the best show we've played. We were really tight the entire way.
Yeah, you guys fucking killed it.
It was a tight show, for sure, for sure.
Very clean from the beginning to the very end.
It was also the first show we played after we recorded as the SandFalls.
Oh sweet. Like the album was finished recording.
Yeah, the
by then.
only thing we didn't have was like the final song and the interlude. There's one interlude.
That was recorded like before the vocals and the guitars were finished, though, wasn't it? That was in October. We went to see.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
vocals were not completely done when we played that show, but most of the album was fully recorded.
Anybody want to guess how long the vocals took him to record?
Yes.
Like use like a monthly unit.
We recorded the drums in 2 weeks in October. Then we recorded the half of the bass in November and half of the guitars in November. Then starting in December to very, very early May, maybe no, not May, April. Like 1st of April, I finished the vocals, and by then we already had done everything else like 2 months before.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so like every instrument was finished recording in like February.
So the vocals took like what, a couple months?
Yeah.
Well, it's not too bad.
Never satisfied.
You was an experimental song.
Oh, there is
but like
a lot of experimenting.
See, that's
Throughout
pretty cool.
these months, I went from main inspiration, like being like creator, like vocally wise, like I went from like
Yeah.
creator to Michael Jackson.
that's
There's some Michael
Extreme-
Jackson inspired
extreme
recordings,
experiments
and
there.
there's some creator inspired recordings.
that's pretty
Goes
cool.
From
So it's an acoustic jam that you started off with. Does it get heavier?
or
Or it's just all
surprise.
acoustic?
No spoilers, dude.
Oh, no spoilers,
Yeah.
eh? Oh, I have to hear it now. Gotta go and listen to it. now I'm like, oh, it must be heavy. It could be just heavy acoustic. I mean, I'm down for that, but
You never know.
you never know. So there's drums, or is it like
There's
light
drums.
Light drums. Okay.
We
There's drums.
is there
yeah, there's drums.
bongos?
No comment.
Is there like percussions?
Can I say the main drum the main drum line was recorded on a Kajan box. Like the Kajan, like you sit on it, like the wooden. Yeah, that was like what the main drums
Okay.
were like, jamming, like recording with all the other guitars and stuff.
And then you added drums, maybe.
We added
Yeah.
a lot of
Okay.
different kinds of percussions in there.
Okay, that's cool.
Mhm.
Definitely.
But
interested
that
to
was
listen
what
to
we used during the main take of the song.
Yeah.
it. Okay, yeah.
No, and then
What
we're
he used. I don't know why we said we.
we don't want to elaborate too much on that song, just because it's
It's a very cool song that I'm really proud of, and I want it to be like a surprise.
Okay.
Yeah.
There
more
was
questions.
There was going to be way more to it, but we either ran out of time or was just like, we're like, nah.
well, you know what they say, right? An album's never really finished ever.
Yeah.
So
That's why when I go to the Louvre in France, I bring a paintbrush. Were you George Lucas?
did you set that up?
No.
Okay, that would have been good.
I just thought of it.
Clever.
Yeah, George Lucas is kind of done now, though. I guess. Or, I don't know.
He's
I'd,
been-
I'd like to see them like do the Lucas vision though of Star Wars. That'd be kind of interesting.
Like the new trilogy.
Yeah, didn't
Yeah.
you write a trilogy before selling it to Disney?
Yeah, and they didn't use any of his ideas, I guess.
Well, he like offered them like his ideas, and they kind of went like, no, we're gonna do like the like market research route, basically.
Yeah, it does feel like recently all the movies you go see kind of tend to, I guess, fit a very common, like fit a mold almost. Like you just like you go see a movie and what you see is exactly what you would expect to see from a movie. Like it's just very cookie cutter.
There are exceptions though. I mean, everyone's talking about Sinners.
I haven't
Everyone
watched
likes Sinners. I haven't seen it yet. I really want to. And the new Philippou brothers, the Raka Raka guys who made Talk to Me like 2 years ago, their new movie Let Her In is out, and I'm Really excited to go see it. Because Talk to Me was like one of the like scariest films I've ever seen, like ever. It was awesome. What?
What?
What are you looking at?
No, just a guy in the comments that said comes from where Jamin hails from.
Oh,
Disregard. Not interesting.
It is cool that someone mentioned that we sound like a lot of different bands, because me and Tommy were having a conversation earlier on like what possibly next album could sound like, and like when someone asks like what does SandFalls sound like, it'd be like they sound like everything. That's would be cool. Just a
I
lot of
would
different
eventually like
contrast
to have
and-
an album of like a lot of different genres. That would be something I'd be fully open to. Have a few metal albums, a few rock albums, a few hip hop albums, a few like anything.
I really wanna-
Dubstep, fuck
A
it.
SandFalls
You're gonna
hip hop
regret
album.
saying
That'd be
that.
I really want to make like clubbing music, like early 2000s clubbing music, like Pitbull type music. We could
Pitbull,
probably pull
LMFAO
that-
type
we
shit.
We could probably pull at least like one song like that.
And,
That'd be
and
cool.
no.
Yeah, you are. You're playing the root
Well,
note
like
for
you
3
know,
minutes.
that Kiss was that they said they were never going to go disco, but they went disco.
Yeah, you're just like Gene Simmons.
So you can't
Deep
shy
down.
away from all sorts of genres of music. You can really
Can't-
mold different things into that kind of style. Trust
Yeah,
me.
you can't
It's
you can't
possible.
limit your
Anything.
imagination.
Exactly. Music is so vastly big.
Exactly.
You can do anything.
If
can't
you
limit
if
yourself
you
to
if you
one
release
genre.
10 thrash metal album, you'll just be overkill.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Like Wreckage is like a mixture of like thrash and like heavy rock, right? We're trying to mold something that's a little bit of everything, so we can attract all sorts of audience, like punk rock too. Like we have some thrash and some punk rock and heavy rock, so we just like
The more I hear like new stuff from Wreckage, like the more and more I see you guys play, like it just kind of came from like like a cool like rock metal band playing like cool shit.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
it just kind of branched out to something more like technical and experimental. and
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
It
We
really-
started from like,
Like it sounds really like how we're sounding right now sounds really
Yeah.
good.
yeah,
I can't put my finger on it, but for some reason, Wreckage is very suicidal tendencies to me.
I think that's Rick walking around with a bandana.
It
get
could
like
be
a-
that too, but
But we
Just
got like punk
80s.
rock. We got a few like
yeah.
like heavy punk songs. Like, it's kind of like it's not fully like it's more like into thrash, molding into like kind of like that fast beat, right?
It's not like hardcore.
No,
Or
no,
whatever.
but we kind of tend to just have Kenny like do whatever he needs to do to like fit in with those vocal patterns, and it just works. It's like the chemistry works basically. Is what
The
I'm saying.
vocals
Like,
have crazy
come up with a
influence,
riff
eh?
and the band kind of molds in, and we all think about what we should do next, and the songs just keep on rolling off the punches. So, like, we have a lot of new stuff coming out too. So hopefully we get to play.
Well,
the
when
show
is
together.
that album coming?
I don't
Forget
know,
about As the
you know,
Sand Falls. When is Wreckage coming out?
I think we're gonna come out with the new album soon. There, it's gonna be like all our first originals that
Yeah.
you've already heard. Yeah.
Will the song you have out already be on it? And like, yeah, I saw it was a demo. Is it gonna be re-recorded?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm still pushing for that one to like already come out fully, and because like the solo is different. There's a lot of whole different things that are in that.
That song is really good.
Are
I'm
you,
hyped for
are you
that.
guys gonna take the demo down once the like fully realized version comes out, or
No,
are you gonna leave it up for
We'll
history?
probably leave it there for
Okay,
history. Yeah.
that's good.
It's good. It's
Don't
good.
delete history.
yeah, keep
So-
that shit going.
It's always nice to go back and
We
listen
had-
to older songs.
We had people from Colombia all across the world see it, and it just popped up in
Nice.
their suggested videos, and it was like, wow.
Yeah, it's funny how like
It's a great night out.
Spotify and the internet works. Like we had some guys in
So shout out to that guy
like
from Colombia.
Oh, a
who's-
few
who
days ago,
stumbled
out of
upon our
nowhere,
music.
like almost every single country on earth listened to SandFalls 20 times for some reason. I just opened the app and I saw like maybe like 20 countries that had for some reason like in the 20 to 50 listens.
Yeah. It's if you have enough creative passion, don't limit yourself from how many times you can just put those out. Just keep on pumping out those songs, guys. That's what I think. Because as soon as you put a new song out, I'm pretty sure some kind of algorithm comes out for other people all around the world to just stumble upon it for at least some kind of traction when you put out your stuff. So the more you put out, it's more like there's going to be a change in in your algorithm to get to reach other people, other
100%.
audiences. I think.
People like finding that diamond in the rough. That's why I like Bandcamp so much, because like well, it's more like artist friendly, you know, because you can support them directly that way. But like, there's a lot of like really like weird and experimental stuff that you wouldn't find on like usually YouTube or like Spotify, or like there's not really like a way an algorithm can kind of like promote that or like make it like send waves across the internet. You just kind of like go into
It's
it
like
and you try finding
natural.
like whatever is out there.
Yeah,
And
like
it's-
it almost like Bandcamp reminds me of like a MySpace almost. It's still there too.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, but yeah, I definitely am looking forward to having another show with you guys, 100%. Because that was
1000%.
I don't even think we played a show all together.
We
Yes.
played
Yeah,
like
Wreckfest.
Wreckage and
Yeah,
like
Wreckfest.
Wreckfest and,
Wreckfest.
We
And
play
the
every
ECMA.
year with you.
Gutterfest.
With the new stuff I'm talking about. Yeah.
Are you guys doing Gutterfest this year?
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, you
It's
guys do
it's been
Gutterfest,
we've
yes,
been on
yeah.
the poster for a little bit, but we haven't announced any tour dates yet ourselves.
Nice. Yeah, well, Ross Cole's gonna be playing that. I think Record's playing that
I think we're playing the same day, Ross.
on the Sunday.
Sunday, yeah, on the
Sweet.
20th.
No, we're playing Friday night.
Wreckage is on Friday, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Ross
they are
Cole
playing
is
Friday.
on Sunday.
I know Jamin's gonna be there all weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there all weekend too. I'm stuck there. I got to play with Ross Cola here.
I mean, it all really depends if Rick was planning on staying, really. But
We're on at like noon, right?
Are you guys
We're
playing-
opening.
You guys are playing Sunday.
We're opening Sunday.
Oh, you're opening Sunday.
Yep.
And we're playing when?
Yeah, we're the last band on Sunday.
You guys are playing first, and we're playing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Are we gonna show up the night before?
How the tables
We're-
have turned.
We're
I know.
we're working on trying to perform the three. It's a long weekend. That weekend we're trying to book a show for every single one of those days: Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
like up in.
Like the
Nova
goal
Scotia.
right now would be Moncton, Halifax, then Gutterfest, but
Okay.
we'll see where the tables brings us.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, sweet. Yeah,
Table.
how the tables have flipped.
I'm gonna try to get down probably the night before there, and just kind of see all the bands and stuff. Looks like a good
Yeah.
time.
That's probably what I'll do if we can't find a gig on
Well, like
Saturday.
depending
It's an
on
awesome
like
time.
if like how early the Halifax gig like ends, like we might be able to show up the night of.
Well, no.
Yeah, you guys have to be like, all, like you guys realize that you play a show, you got to go play that show in Halifax,
Yeah.
and then you gotta rush right out the door to open up for Gutterfest on
And then,
Sunday.
set up a
See, you
tent
realize it's
in
gonna be a rush.
the
rush.
middle
Oh,
of the night
yeah.
where you can't see.
I don't know if it's that far.
No,
though.
it's like
From
30,
Halifax
40
to
minutes.
Windsor.
The long of the drive
too
is
bad, eh?
Moncton to Halifax.
I don't know where is Windsor.
You sort of have to go to Halifax.
It's
I know
like
it's
a
a- I
Moncton.
know
It's
it's
like
a-
a Moncton to Shediac drive almost.
Okay, so it's like a little
Snoon,
bit
yeah.
outside of Halifax.
What we should do is set up our tent. Let's say we play on Halifax on Saturday. We show up to Windsor, set up our tent, go play.
Go play in Halifax and then drive back.
Because so we have somewhere to sleep, so we don't have to set up our tent with the mosquitoes. in the
That's
dark
fair.
and the boogeyman lurking around. I don't know.
It's fun being a poor musician in some ways.
A
You know
porn
what?
musician?
Yeah.
What does that
Get
mean?
like an OnlyFans thing?
No,
Or-
like rather than like staying in like a hotel room like every night or whatever, you know, like
I thought you said porn musician.
no.
I totally get what he means. No,
Yeah, like being
Yeah,
poor.
so what bands got to do what bands got to do.
That's like the
At first, I thought that's what he said. Too.
no the
100%
the guy who
what I
made
heard.
Angelic to the Core. He used to be a kid actor. He was in Gremlins. His name was like Corey something.
Oh.
Do you know who the fuck I'm talking about?
Like
or-
the old child.
He was in
child star
Stand
actor?
By Me as well.
Corey
Oh
Fel-
yeah, he
Corey
was.
Feldman?
Corey Feldman.
I believe so.
Yeah. Have you listened to that
With
album?
glasses, yeah.
It's like literally the worst thing ever, and I call it porn music.
He calls it porn.
But I have never seen Ross Cola live yet.
What?
Ever? No, like not live. I've heard the songs like on Spotify. but
Oh,
I haven't-
you gotta see.
I haven't seen Ross in action.
Oh,
yet.
live
Really.
is awesome.
Oh,
They-
yeah.
They're awesome live.
Yeah,
And I've only seen them before he joins.
As after.
Who
after I
was there
joined.
before? Who took
No
your
one.
job? Whose job you took?
We were a three-piece before. Me, Mason, Wilkins, and Noah Arsenault.
Oh yeah.
I had
So-
I added some volume with them.
I added some
We were
high
all-
end
we
in
were
there.
all-
Is it a second guitar or you're
creative
just
here.
playing Ross's parts?
No, well, basically I added some creative parts and some harmonies. So like
Nice.
some little solos here and there, and didn't want to like overwhelm the songs, right? So like where I could fit in and where he wants me to play solos, right?
Yeah.
So I fit what I need to fit in songs.
Yeah, we pretty much let him do what he wants there, like as long as it's tasteful, of course. But
As long as he
Right.
stays,
Of course,
yeah,
of
as long as
course.
he stays respectful.
yeah, we're also looking for a keyboard player. If there's any keyboard players out there,
Keyboardist.
Ethan would make a great keyboardist.
yeah, 3
should
hours
have
to
demoed him.
It
Windsor
was the first instrument I learned how to play when I was 5.
from Moncton. Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
You're being demoted to keyboardist.
That's
Or
the-
it's
promoted,
weird. You
depending
gotta
on how
do
look
like a
at it.
candy cane from Moncton there to get to Windsor.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. You weirdly have to go to Nova Scotia, Halifax to go to Windsor.
That's crazy. There's
We
no
took-
other
we
way.
took
eh?
the weird like back road though. We didn't take
Yes.
like the Halifax highway.
We did more of an L last time we went, Ethan and
Okay.
The
It was-
first Gutter Fest. Did you guys hear that story?
I heard that. Yeah,
that
we
story
weren't
going
there, but-
up. We were. I was scared. I'm pretty sure everybody else was scared because the rain was ridiculous going up, and then the roads were flooded going up to like I think it was through Shubenacadie, but I don't even think we go through that way anymore. Like
But you were in the rural route when it was like downpouring.
it was downpouring. Like
Oh,
we were like
God.
you couldn't hardly see like the other car in front of you. And so
Yeah.
like when we finally like stopped in Windsor, or like we were in Shubenacadie, it stopped and the sun came out, and it was beautiful. It was just so beautiful. We're like, wow.
It's like a
This is-
movie.
It was like a movie almost. It was like such a drastic journey of like heavy rain, and then like it just like sun came out right when we were like right before arriving into like Gutter Fest, like Windsor, and just like and everything was like really calm, and then it stopped raining completely. It was like really strange because then afterwards it was okay for like a good couple hours, and then it was like boom. It was just like,
Flood.
it was like, man, we're not leaving tonight. It was scary.
And
Were
then-
you there, Jamin?
Yes,
Jamie, you
we
were there
had to
first Gutter
sleep
Fest.
in the bowling alley.
I didn't
that
sleep the
night.
first night. I couldn't. It was just that terrifying.
First night, I didn't
you
remember
sleep
it
on
being
the
more than
floor?
one night. It wasn't more than one
Yes.
Like on sleeping bags or just on the
It
floor?
was 2 nights.
Well,
my
we
God.
had
Just record
blankets
pay-
and shit.
Okay.
But when we woke up in the morning, I just see people out in the bowling lanes on their phone,
Yeah.
just chilling, just like.
bunch of like ragged like sleeping musicians like on the lane.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah,
like,
well,
on
we
the
had nowhere
side.
else to go. We
Literally.
were trapped inside because it was that scary that the water was like literally coming over the door lid.
Oh,
like
God.
that's why it was that scary because we were like, what, is it gonna stop? Are we gonna like have to like go on the roof? That's really what was gonna happen. So we were like, I guess we're just gonna sleep. And I stayed up all night thinking like I have to watch this and make sure nothing's happening. But eventually it calmed down and.
Did it end up like actually flooding in the bowling alley?
No, thankfully. It was
It was like centimeters from getting in the
centimeters
door.
for
Wow.
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, what an event! First time event for us. Like it was our first. It was our first
Ovation?
festival.
First
Fir-
festival.
It was our first festival, and we lost our singer because our singer didn't make it. He was blocked off. He didn't know a specific way to go, but we had Dogs of Sun singer that filled in. We played a few songs with him.
Oh,
I
that's
tried
hilarious.
to sing my best and fill in. But,
Someone watched the stream we did Sunday. We played an unreleased song and then privated it. Shout out Sam.
Yo.
It's either he watched it or Zach told him.
But yeah, no, Gutterfest this year is going to be awesome. Hoping we got that
Yeah.
that bomb weather to make it up there, and make it back,
sun.
and play outside with it.
Yeah.
Like, we don't
Last
have any-
year's weather was amazing.
yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
It was like
You
a-
guys were there last year?
Yeah.
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 It wasn't
think
too
we were on
hot
the
or too
final
cold
day.
either.
What?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we were there. We tore the roof down.
Yeah.
We played so good.
Hey, when did you
There
guys
used to be a
play?
building there.
I keep on thinking I'm missing you guys. Like that's the thing. I'm like, you guys were at Gutterfest last year. I don't remember.
Oh, Bleak. Shout out Bleak. Very awesome band. Very awesome mixer. Zach Legier.
Shout out to Sam
Yeah.
Legier there. Black.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to Sam Legier, go to drummer, go to
Shout out to
hairdresser.
Corey.
The Choreo Bo there from St. John.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this
Wicked.
is gonna be my first Gutterfest.
Yeah.
So they have bowling going the whole time
They
too.
got bowling going the whole
what-
time. They got food. They got,
they got
beer,
food?
Yeah.
They got the
Food,
whole 9
bowling.
yards.
They got like
The bowling is awesome. On the physical copies of our first EP, Descending to Chaos, there's a live track of A Way to Dispose. And before the track start, you hear a ball being thrown and then like the strike
Pin?
shit.
You hear the pins getting
Yeah, the
strike.
pins, yeah. You go ping, boom, and then dee, wee, wee, the song starts.
Sweet.
No
So
way.
that was sampled from Gutterfest.
So
Yeah.
Gutterfest last year. No,
The Gutterfest, it was
Oh,
halfway. It was
to
halfway to
Gutterfest.
Gutterfest. Yeah,
we were
had
supposed to play that one. I'm pretty sure.
we took
Yeah.
your spot.
I know.
You're welcome.
It's okay. I preferred you guys to go up because I don't even think you guys went last time to Gutterfest, right?
We didn't go to the first. We went to the
Right.
halfway, then we went to the second full real gutter fest.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. You guys got a chance to go up and get a taste of it inside too, right? The Gutterfest is normally outside.
Mhm.
Yeah.
we had half to Gutterfest inside and Gutterfest outside.
Do they have when it's going on outside? Do they have any entertainment going on inside as well?
No. Well, there's bowling.
There's bowling.
Bowling and pizza.
Straight up bowling and pizza.
Well, there's a
So,
bunch of
yeah,
other
it's a good
entertainment this year.
combo.
There's going to be a lot of entertainment. I'm pretty sure this year. I think. I think they're going to go above and beyond.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Shout out to Sheila Rudolph.
It's like when you go to the big venue to see the big band, and there's a guy in the venue like center playing 3 doors down on an acoustic guitar. Do you remember that?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. It was just like, why?
Playing Kryptonite there.
He was playing Kryptonite.
My dad would have been singing with
Tommy's favorite song.
That's my dad's favorite song too. Yeah, he'd go dance.
Not saying
to that.
anything.
Do you guys have any rituals before you play a set?
Come on, spit
Well,
it out.
if you're asking for opening with that song, then yes. Because we have a song named Ritual.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
okay.
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 Normally before our show, just have a few beer.
Loosen up a bit.
What about jams? Before jams, you guys do anything?
No, I usually show up like 25 minutes ish late.
It's
Okay.
often at my place, so I often have like a beer or a joint.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I show up about 20 minutes late with Jamin. They're still sober, and then Ethan's there already usually. And
And then you guys just like go?
Well, yeah, we
When
just
you
play
get there?
music. Yeah,
Sometimes we just play a bunch of songs. Sometimes we just write. Sometimes we just
Okay.
have like more of a meeting where we talk about like logistics, about release, merch, all sorts
Okay.
of boring stuff you don't want to hear about.
Yeah, yeah.
Logistics.
So you guys go around and decide to just
Yeah.
to work on different things during.
Yeah,
during
yeah,
Sometimes we
yeah.
just go out. We just like, hey, let's go to the bar instead.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You guys mix it up so it's not just always one strict thing you're
it's-
working on all the time.
Well, we're
It's
pretty
very
efficient.
much ADHD personified.
Yeah,
Most
usually.
of the writing is happening over group chat. Just Jay and I send like fucked up riffs,
yeah.
Okay.
and then
Yeah,
we
yeah.
just meet up at practice, play a riff, and build on it.
Yeah, and I just make those riffs 4/4,
Nice.
no matter what.
Excellent.
No matter what. Nice. No math metal.
No, dude. Well, okay. Well, we do have a couple different time signatures, but it's very simple. Like, I don't know. Maybe we'll experiment on the next album with that stuff. But I'm a very big fan of the 4/4. I feel like that's the best.
It's no
Ever.
Dillinger escape plan or anything.
You don't have to go too complicated here. 4/4 is okay.
Oh, it works. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
like the
works.
complicated 4/4, like changes speeds, like different rudiments, whatever. But 4/4, because
Polyrhythm 4/4.
like you gotta be able to bob your head to the music, right? Because when it's
Yeah.
like, I mean, kudos to everybody that like plays that kind of music, because I can't do it or whatever. But I really love that 4/4 thing.
4/4 all the way.
Yeah, that's mostly
on
what
the
I
floor.
use. I don't use the other ones too often.
3/4 is okay.
I think
Yeah.
I got a little bit of ADD, so I lose track of counting all the time. So that's the
I get that, man.
You
I
gotta
do that.
realize like a lot of things with people in bands, they count on each other. So everybody in bands really do count on each other on their parts. So it's like that counting doesn't even have to come in anymore because everything is reliable on everybody else.
That's kind of the way
But-
we're working because we don't
Yeah.
we don't have a click track live. I mean, maybe we'll do that in the future, but like we don't play with a click. I don't count in my head as a drummer. I should do that. I know I should do
Yeah,
that.
you should,
I've asked
yeah.
every like really good drummers locally if they count in their heads, and most of them says yeah. Everybody
Yeah.
says yes. I just too concentrated on playing and being in the groove to count.
Yeah,
So I
it's the
feel like
thing.
I-
That's the thing. It's like if you can count, because especially if it's a new song, definitely count.
Yeah, I find
Try not to lose it.
I find more with new songs
Yeah.
sometimes if there's like a weird timing thing, but
If
Yeah.
during transitions and stuff like that, different like I said, there's like certain hits at certain whatever. Then sure, I'll count for those, but not for the whole song or not during the beats.
No, Tommy's pretty good at keeping rhythm though.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate it. That's
Most
the
of the
first
time.
compliment I've ever heard him like utter towards anything.
No, I'd say he's always like sometimes when we have like the jams at your place, it's but like everyone's off, you know. like I've never like noticed anything bad with like Tommy or like anything like rhythm wise at live shows.
So you're like one
No,
person's
lives
missing.
we're tight live.
So one person's missing, the whole thing's off the rails. Is that what you're saying? Like Tommy's not
Uh,
there. Like Tommy's like the heartbeat.
I think we're pretty good at catching up when someone fucks up.
like
Yeah.
usually
We're getting
when we fuck up. Zach
Yeah.
is in the chat. Shout out. Go
Yo,
dude.
Zach.
horns up.
I
Like
know.
usually when we screw up and
I
we're
don't
looking
I don't think
weird-
we've
Yo.
mentioned it like for sure officially, but he makes our album.
Oh yeah.
Zach Legier
Well, yeah,
from
you,
Bleak.
you mentioned that. You
Oh, from
Go
Ble-
check out Bleak and go check out Zach for real.
Yeah, where's
Oh, yeah.
Awesome guys.
Where are
Great
those
guitar
guys
player.
from?
Moncton.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, we really kudos to him. We were very, I wouldn't say picky, but we were like, yeah, we had like very specific things in mind for the sound and whatever. So like he had a lot of patience with us. Like really, we really appreciate his hard work. And
Everything
stuff on it.
lies in the hands of
Absolutely.
Tommy.
It's true.
That's right. He's got the heartbeat of the band.
But I do listen to like the guitars and stuff. So whatever they play, I
Yeah.
stay in beat with them.
Exactly.
Because if they screw up, I kind of like try to accommodate.
Yeah,
accommodate.
Yeah, yeah.
accommodate.
So yeah, it's like if a singer's missing, it's like sometimes I rely on like that last.
Oh, I don't
line,
listen
right?
to the singer. like,
Sometimes
sound
it's like
Thank
it's a
God
new
you did.
song.
I don't know if you noticed. I completely forgot the
You
first
forgot
half
how-
of the first verse in
No,
Convicted.
I don't base myself on the singing whatsoever, unfortunately. And I don't listen to the bass either, because like you're usually muted during the.
Yeah, that's true.
The bass is so important for the drums.
Yeah, I know.
I was
You're
unironically
like- you're
thinking of
supposed to be
muting the
together.
bass in a
That's
song.
questionable.
I know.
That's questionable.
I mean, it's all right. It's all right.
No, I do listen. I'm pretty sure I do feel the bass, but it's harder to hear, especially when like the ramps are pointing
Well,
like that.
the bass is very much like eyebrows. You don't really notice when they're there, but you really notice their absence.
You sounded good tonight.
Yes.
I could hear you
Yeah.
tonight. So
That's
yeah.
stupidly a really well way to say it.
So I don't know. I find it's a good chemistry when you have a bass player and the drummer with the bass pedal, and you guys click together.
Yes,
That's a good thing.
You were talking about
But-
pre-show rituals and all that.
Yeah.
Usually, me and Tommy do have like a 5-minute makeout sesh before we go on
Okay.
stage.
Oh,
and
okay,
all
that's-
that. But that's pretty much it, though.
Okay.
Musically,
Sure.
It's very musical makeout section.
It's very moving.
good one. I don't know. Funny.
What would be the craziest thing that happened to you guys on tour?
Like music wise, or like in between, like just on the road, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, on
something
the roads.
crazy that happened today. I forgot to plug my wah pedal.
That is not crazy. That's just
Thank God.
What happened?
No, some crazy shit happened. A lot of crazy shit happens. I just
On
gotta
our
remember
way
them.
to Gutter Fest, I don't think you noticed it, but like I ran over a pheasant. And the thing,
Yes.
like- oh, okay, yeah, you did see that. The thing like exploded, and miraculously, my white Nissan was like spot clean, save for like a few like dirt spots. It's like nothing happened at all.
Oh, lucky.
It was so weird.
How big are pheasants? Like, I never really got too close to a pheasant, but I think
They're
they're
like the size
they're-
of that bag almost.
Yeah, like
Well,
this big.
oh, they're like a little bird, like a bird.
Yeah,
They're like a
kind of like a
turkey.
chicken.
They're like a
chicken
turkey.
size.
They look
chicken.
like a chicken.
Pretty
turkey.
much, yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
put together. They're like brown, and they have like that
Chicken
weird
jockey.
blue feathers. So they kind of have like different colored tail. I don't know.
They have very long tails.
Oh yeah, they have longer
Yeah.
tails. It's like a bigger pigeon almost. It's like a chicken and turkey, like I said. Yeah.
Can you hunt pheasants?
I don't think
I think so. Well, I mean, legally, I'm not sure, but I'm sure it's feasible.
It depends.
Oh, big
So
shout
we-
out to Mike Maillet as well.
Shout out.
they could be big birds. I'm
Shout
pretty
out.
sure they could be huge birds too.
So,
I think I've seen huge pheasants.
oh yeah. Well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, there's huge ones too. right?
especially the male
They're
ones
like
that are humongous.
Yeah, they look like turkeys.
They're the one you see the most.
So craziest thing that happened on tour, we don't. I mean, we really have to think about it there. But something that was kind of funny that happened is we were playing in St. John, I believe, at the Panic Room. Shout out Panic Room.
Oh yeah.
Goated venue. Jay's goated. We loaded up like I have like a little Mazda 3 hatchback there, and we had that thing loaded up to the fucking brim with everything, plus a passenger. So like all the amps, the drums, the whatever. My entire drum kit was in there. We were packed. Tetris that thing like it was airtight.
It was like a clown car.
Yeah, it was filled. There was stuff sticking out the
In
windows.
a
like,
hatchback.
a hatchback.
Oh
filled with
my
bread.
gosh.
And then Ian, our older bassist there, had like a nice big bass cab with metal corners on it.
Yeah.
And like I tried to close the hatch on it, and then it looked fine, everything, there was room, whatever. So I opened it back up. I put a couple more stuff at the top or whatever, and then I slammed my hatch.
Oh,
The fucking back window goes.
Oh shit.
We were like late for the gig too. There, the car was
No,
packed full.
I had a
don't
feeling that was
window.
going that way.
Yeah,
that would suck.
Did we end up taking my car? Or did we just pack it in yours?
We ended up taking another car, but I don't remember which one. But we ended up taking another car in fear of the window just completely busting, like broken.
Because it was like it stayed. It was all
Ah,
cracked, but it stayed
stayed.
together because of the tint.
Okay.
But yeah, that
Dang.
wasn't not really a crazy adventure, but it's just something.
It's a
that's
crazy story.
Shitty that happened.
That's
yeah.
still.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know if you could
Crazy
consider
shit
that like crazy thing on tour, but when we played the Halfway to Gutter Fest, I just remembered that a few days before I got hit while driving and my car totaled, like very huge accident. And 2 days after, I rented a car and went to Halfway to Gutter Fest.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I think I
jeez.
remember
Yeah, I
something
think
about
I
that.
remember.
Yeah.
I personally consider that crazy shit on
That
tour.
is a crazy,
Yeah.
crazy story.
2
man.
days after a
Exciting.
very big car crash, text the venue, hey, I think I'll be able to make it. My car's totaled, but we're gonna go for it.
Yeah.
You got cut up a bit for that too, didn't you? Or
The what?
you got a bit cut up from that, did you?
Like, what do you mean?
Did you get much of an injury from?
Like, I was personally mostly fine. I was like a bit sore, like in the neck area, but I don't think I headbanged much on that show.
Yeah, no. But I saw you at zeros after. That was like how long
Yeah.
after the accident? I don't know. That was a.
Fuck, I think we played. It was during the Descending to Chaos tour.
Yeah.
So I think we did play zeros not long after that.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeez Louise. That's crazy, man. That is a crazy tour.
That
story.
is a crazy story.
And we were driving back from St. John. We saw like 3 instances of deer. There's like
Yeah,
three-
that too.
kept seeing deer.
Yeah, me and my brother saw that too when we were U-hauling. Back
Yeah,
from
sure.
St.
Day
John.
one. Day one, you guys met, crashed the car. Good job.
Yeah,
Sam.
that's my girlfriend in the chat. That was the first time we met. We were in the car and we crashed. We got hit.
Is that true?
Well, you guys are all
Yeah,
right.
that was
I'm
the- that was the
happy
first
you guys
time we
are
met.
okay.
His first day.
So that's a good thing. You're alive.
Yeah.
When I was with my partner once, I think the like second date we went out. I have like a small sailboat, like 1 person size. It's like a laser, right? Because I used to do a lot of sailing school when I was a kid, so I decided to like take them out on it. You know, we went to Shediac Island. You know, like just hung out for a bit. We were on our way back. The wind was like really, got like really strong. So we started to head back, and then as we were heading back, I don't know what happened. It was like a complete like physics like freak accident. My mast, which like holds a sail up, just like snapped in half. Like the metal literally broke off.
Holy moly.
And like we weren't able to sail back, so I like swam out to one of the like party boats that were like docked a little further up. I said, "Can you guys like tow us back to shore?" So
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be
You're
stranded. with a
lucked
boat,
out
yeah.
there.
like the Shediac Island is kind of like in a bay, so like realistically, I wasn't like worried for our lives or anything, but I was like, my fucking boat, man. Like,
Yeah,
that
the boat.
sucks.
Yeah.
The mast is like easy to replace though. It wasn't like the hull.
It was a
or
steel
anything.
mast.
Yeah, steel.
It was stealing it, snapped.
What? Yeah,
The thing was stealing
dude.
it, man.
Don't fuck with Mother Nature.
No,
like
no.
when you're sailing, like you have to respect it, or you're gonna get fucked over.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of boat? Does it got like pontoons, or is it like?
It's like one of those like sporting sailboats you see at the Olympics sometimes when it's like the one person thing. Like usually when it's so windy that they have to pull back like this with their body weight to keep the boat down.
Okay.
It's pretty fun, but it can be a little scary sometimes.
And you were like on it with your partner?
Yep.
2 people on the boat?
Yeah, it just like snapped and like fell off.
Well, I bet if it's meant for one person.
yeah.
and there was
Shit.
Scary.
Yeah.
Scary business. I wouldn't want to be in the ocean, middle of the ocean. Heck no. Even flying? You won't find me flying. Good luck getting wreckage in Europe.
I keep saying when we get it, when we
I'll
get
fly
a,
eventually though.
I
Fuck
keep
the
saying
ocean.
Oh, you
when
never
we-
flew.
When we get a gig in
I've never
PEI, I'm gonna like
Scary.
I'm gonna ask my uncle if we can get all our gear on his 30-footer and sail to PEI with our calves like in the deck, so like Sam gets to experience going across the Northumberland Strait on a sailboat.
Oh, that's gonna be
This would
exciting.
be
Sam.
sweet.
Notoriously scared of the water.
Oh, you are
Fucking
scared of the
hate
water
the
too?
ocean, man.
Oh yeah,
Sam
it's
is scared
scary,
of the
eh?
water.
It's scary. You don't know what's down there, bro. They don't understand what's
If I can't
There's only-
see my feet,
So
I don't go in it.
exactly.
There's only 11% of the ocean that like have been like fully
Discovered.
discovered.
I
by
know.
us, yeah.
It's scary.
Like we still don't know
Everything
what
in
the
the
fuck
water is
down
also
there.
Like, there's
not
underwater
like human
caves.
like. Why is everything underwater
Volcanoes.
shaped the way it is? You know?
You ever seen the Magnum squid?
No, and I don't want to.
Okay.
He's already scared.
Magnum penum squid.
It's like the most alien looking squid you could ever see in your life. It's like this like weirdly shaped head, and it like his head has these like giant like ear, like I don't know what the fuck they are, but they like wave back and forth like this, and his legs are like mosquito sized, like in terms of like they're like as thin of as like an insect, but they go down for like 20 feet.
Oh, that's scary. I think I've seen those ones.
I think like one of the first
Yeah,
time they've
they're
ever
weird.
caught one was on camera was like near an oil rig off the Gulf of Mexico or something like that.
Is this like one of those deep sea creatures?
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
very
those
very
deep sea
deep below
creatures
water.
are
I gotta look that up.
scary.
What's it called?
Magna penum squid.
Penum squid.
Magnum penum squid.
Yeah,
Oh,
those
shit,
things.
Yeah.
Oh, that is scary, man.
Lovely.
If that grabbed onto you,
Oh.
oh my god.
Well, they're just kind of like jellyfish. They do kind of like just like float aimlessly, so they don't.
yeah,
really,
but that
like,
thing with its
Uh,
arms
yeah.
around you,
Y-
and,
that-
like,
yeah.
and wrapping its little legs around you, it's like.
Stop.
Sorry, I'm freaking out, Sam.
Please.
And they're like mosquito
Ah,
legs.
yes.
Look at those mosquito legs, guys. Look at that.
It's underwater mosquitoes.
No, it's worse
The
than that.
the one
It's
video
underwater
Exactly.
scare.
The one
Scary
video though that
nightmare.
was taken off an oil rig is like really scary because it's like night vision, so it's like just like barely in the light.
Oh,
And it's like straight.
see it in night
yeah,
vision?
it's straight
Oh,
out of
that's
like a
scary.
horror movie or something.
I'd be scared for my
For
life
Outlast.
looking at it in night vision. You're like having night vision, and you're just going for a swim, and you just see something with long tentacles like wrap itself around your arm.
It's that first video there.
Oh God.
Oh no, there it is.
Wow.
Oh, I could go for a Big Mac or whatever that is right now.
A donair burger.
The Big Mac sounds better now.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Look
you
at
see how
that.
his head is like waving back and forth too.
Oh wow,
And that's really
What?
fucking long.
dude,
Yeah.
look
It's like
at
15
that.
feet.
And they're like way deep in the ocean too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're like boom. No,
It's
no
not
one-
like to the point where you can't see, because at some point in the ocean there is a point where like
can't
it's
see
so
anything.
dark, like even if you had a flashlight, like you won't be able to see anything. That's how like deep and like
That's
dark it is.
so terrifying to know.
No, the
that
ocean's
gave me
fucked.
a feeling in my stomach there. That's too scary, bro. And to know people go down there,
Willingly.
and yeah, you're
Well, they
willingly.
can only go like.
I'm
so
gonna see how far I can
is the
hold my
thing.
breath down in the
See-
deepest
see-
ocean.
But like stuff like that is not located in like I don't know. The
No, no,
Bay
no.
of
That's all.
Fundy.
That's the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, it's
there.
like in the Mariana Trench or whatever.
I did
like,
see a squid on. Like we do have some squids on our beach, but they're like hot dog size. So
You mean like this jellyfish? Or?
That is some
No,
scary
squids.
stuff.
Oh, really?
yeah,
Yeah, that's friggin' weird. I've never seen that before.
Wow, to know that you can't see, even if you had a flashlight.
I've never seen something
well,
like that
well.
either.
To be fair though, like if you like our submarines can't even go down that far, but
Yeah.
like the stuff that we do know about it, like apparently that's one of the things is like it's so dark. Even if you had like a really bright like flashlight with you or like lights or anything, you still wouldn't be able to see anything. Like you wouldn't even be able to see the beam if it was like 3 feet away from your face. That's how like dense and like dark the water is.
Like the
Just
distance
dense
between
water.
your eyes and the flashlight is too far.
No. Like you just wouldn't be able to see. Like it's like just complete total blackness.
God.
But to be fair, if you were down there, you would already like be dead because of the pressure. So.
Yeah, the pressure.
How many,
There's
how
no
many
way
feet
you can
down
make it
would you
down.
think
yeah,
that-
no.
That'd be like thousands of feet.
And what's even scarier is that there is like marine life down there.
Yeah.
Most of those stuff that we do know down there is very like microscopic, but like as far as like
The Kraken.
yeah, like
There could be big things down
well,
there.
there is the giant colossal squid, which is a real species that was found. It's like the size of it's like the length of this room here.
Oh, that's pretty big.
Yeah, it's not like huge like in like a Pirates of the Caribbean movie or anything, but there's still like pretty nerve-wracking if you were to encounter one of them.
Thank you, Ethan.
No problem.
National Geographic.
So I'm
Very
gonna
interesting
go
segment.
join Tanner. I'm gonna go on the Coast Guard and we're gonna like hunt sea monsters.
So it's not just UFOs and stuff floating around under there. We got all these like weird
Yeah,
sea creatures
we don't know
and
what's
stuff.
down there.
Yeah.
What's the strangest food combo you've tried on tour?
That's a you question.
Yeah, that's
definitely,
very true.
It's definitely a
That's
me
very
question, just
true.
because I really enjoy like just trying new like food in general. Well, I don't do that anymore. But when I was younger, like just for an example, I used to go to the soda machines there at McDonald's and just make mixes like cocktails of pop, and it would just taste like sugar and nothing else, right? So like on tour, I would eat like weird combos just for fun. He is a very like safe food guy. Like
I adventure, but I probably like my safe food.
he's pepperoni pizza.
Can never go wrong with a pepperoni
Well,
Big
the only
pizza.
Mac.
thing that I found kind of odd is that Sam really loved the Tim Hortons pizza.
I don't really anymore. I
Oh,
liked it
no.
when it came out. Now
Well-
it's sort of not as good.
It's not good.
I had it like once, and I'm like,
It was
this is
something
okay,
new.
but, like,
When it came
I
out,
never
I thought
had
it was
it.
like one of the best things like ever.
it's like
For
fine.
$8.
Is it like airplane pizza or is it better
It's
than
so
airplane
fun.
It's like a
It's-
flatbread pizza. They take a flatbread, they
Yeah,
slap cheese
flatbread.
on it, microwave, done.
Oh no, that's
it's
not my
it's
thing.
just a cheese pizza.
It's
I
like
can't
it's
go
like
much.
airport.
Oh, there's a
it's
few
like
different.
airport food. Like it's fine. It's fine, but it's
Yeah.
like it's,
Airport's like a higher tier than airplane, for
that-
sure.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's true. Barbecue Pringles and Reese's Pieces.
Oh.
It's horrible.
No, it's
Oh, you know
very
what?
good.
I'll try it.
No,
Don't
I swear
trust
to
them.
God.
I'm gonna try it, bro. I'm gonna try it.
Do you put the Reese's Pieces on the Pringles?
Yeah, well, it's hard. Like it falls off, so you just kind of.
You gotta just throw it in your mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
that's
I
not a
was
bad
in
flavor, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
actually gonna try it.
it might like it's not like. I just thought it fit very well together. Like it reminded me almost of the, like how there's like certain types of pad thai you get like
Yeah.
Asian food that has like a peanut sauce almost peanut
Yeah.
butter sauce.
He
It kind of
said
had that vibe,
Pad Thai snack.
like pad thai. And I just kind of tried it out
Interesting.
just out of randomness because
Yeah.
I had that on hand. So I was like, why not just send her both at the same time? And I was like, dude, you gotta try this. And he was like, oh, like it's disgusting, it's gross. Well, he was all freaked out. I thought it was delicious. I thought it was really good.
I mean, chocolate and peanut butter. You can
Chips
put
and
that with
sweets are
almost
good.
anything.
My dad is such a point de Chine like freak, like true and true. Which one of the biggest traditions there is to eat lobster, obviously because it's shitty egg. I've seen him eat lobster eyeballs before. It's very
Oh,
odd.
those are like little
eyeball.
tiny,
He'll-
little
he'll
beady
eat-
things.
he'll- Yeah, he'll eat anything off a lobster if it's lobster.
My
meat.
my grandma's like that too. And I can't stand watching it because I did work at a fishery for 2 years,
Yep.
and to my eyes, like I've just been scarred by it because it's just like you just kind of get grossed out by it. It's like, to my eyes, lobster is not food anymore. Like it's repulsive, and I can't like. And my family loves lobster, and they would eat anything off it. Like they
Well-
eat the green shit in the that
well,
you're not even
back
supposed to eat.
The brains or whatever.
Whatever, yeah, whatever.
Back in the
Oh.
day, it was actually considered like prison food because it looked like so disgusting. They were like, "Here, we'll feed it to the prisoners." So
Yeah,
if
and-
you were a prisoner back in the day, you get to have like lobster for
Yeah.
like each meal.
They used to throw it in the
Oh,
gardens
wow.
just to.
Yeah.
to
I don't know if they'd like cook it or anything, but like
Oh,
Just
yeah,
give it to them
it's
raw.
kind
Oh my
of yeah,
God.
it's still moving.
Now they're like, hey, here's caviar, and like, you know.
It's like the whatever it is. I don't know. It's that one Klingon dish from Star Trek that they say is best served alive. It's like this really like
Klingon.
gross thing. Yeah, Klingon.
Yeah, Klingon from Star Trek.
Yeah, Klingon from Star Trek.
I don't know what that is. What I mean, the food.
Oh no, it's not a food; it's a race. You know Worf?
No, I don't. I don't know much about Star Trek.
Okay, never
Okay.
mind.
They got like the things on their
Yeah, they had the
foreheads.
weird forehead.
All the way.
And then they use like those what do you call those, like sort of sword things? I forget. I used to remember what they were called on the spot.
The phasers?
No, it's like a metal thing that the Klingons used to fight each other.
Oh.
The cloud.
Oh yeah. I don't remember.
Star
Yeah.
Trek is.
Ting ting, pew 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 pew.
You know, like this, the memes are like the guys that are like they press a button, they're like 500 cigarettes. Is that from
That's
Star
no,
Trek?
that's the Orville. It's Seth MacFarlane's Star Trek
Oh,
parody show.
oh.
But like those guys, like the 500 cigarettes, like the way they're built, like gruff and like they have the weird foreheads. They are supposed to be like the Klingon race for that
Okay,
show.
right.
So it's pretty similar.
I didn't mind Star Trek. I just preferred Star Wars for some reason.
Well, Star Trek is very not cinematic. It's very
yeah,
nerd,
exactly.
so-
But I wish they would have just been like, "Yo, multiverse," and
They,
made a
well,
movie
they did that
like
with the new Star Trek
You know
sort
what I
of
mean?
stuff.
Like,
That's
well,
how
yeah,
they.
well,
Why is
well,
this
yeah,
multiverse
the new
shit?
Star Trek with J.J. Abrams. I think that's why they wanted him to make.
Oh, it was pretty good.
the
I like
new
those.
Star
So they
Wars
could kind of
movies.
get away with anything. It's like, oh, it's a new timeline,
did
so
those-
it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
going to
it's,
piss
it's,
off
it's,
the.
it's a Kelvin timeline or whatever it is.
It's a different timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So they did play with some kind of like multiversal
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
he said in an interview, he said old Star Trek is very much like jazz, and he wanted to make like this version of Star Trek more like rock and roll.
Yeah, that makes
which
sense.
is very much what it was.
Yeah, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. It got me actually more into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where it was too jazzy for me, I was like, meh, I'm gonna change the channel.
Yeah, the Batleth, I guess, is called.
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah. I
sword.
know those things.
The swords. The Star Trek swords. Not lightsabers. Still not
No,
as
but
cool.
they've had lightsaber like weapons on Star Trek. Like
They
the-
did have
the-
like
Oh,
kind
did-
of
did
like
they have,
laser
like-
swords.
No, but the race the Ferengis used to have these like whips that were kind of like lasers, but they were kind of like lightsabers because there was a hilt and like a giant like beam that would come out of it.
So
Okay.
did have
I feel like we got off topic.
we
Yeah.
totally did.
How did we end up on Star Trek?
It came
I don't
from
know.
the food. Oh, another food combo. Well, it's not. That's a very good food combo. Very, like if you're like broke and like want to eat for like very cheap but like good. Like you just take like the cans of soup, like the soup cans, like chunky soup or whatever, and Mr. Noodles, and you just cook your Mr. Noodles in the fucking can of soup. It
Oh,
makes
oh,
noodles.
that's
it was amazing. I ate that for like 5 days straight
Well,
when we
I have a
recorded the
so
first
like
season.
we could do like a quiz thing. So are you more of a Campbell's guy or a Progresso guy when it comes to soup?
Whatever's on sale. So I guess the second option.
Okay.
I actually remembered a crazy food. You mentioned the recording of Descending to Chaos. We lived for Descending to Chaos for a week. We lived at like a mini house somewhere in like Capere, and we were there 7 days. I think 7 days. For the
No,
first,
5.
well, we started Monday, finished like Saturday or something. From Monday to I think Thursday, all I had was Nutella sandwiches, bread, Nutella sandwich, morning in, night
Well,
out.
that's what you decided to buy for yourself.
Yeah, we did groceries before going. I got
Wow.
bread and Nutella, and I said
Isn't that
we're
from something
fine.
that's
Four-
a-
4 days of
a
that?
bread sandwich.
4
or
days of
something?
that.
Bread
By
and
the
chocolate
end, by
is
the end of
great.
recording drums, so 2 days in,
Excellent source of
we
nutrition.
between take at some point I just shouted like I had the sandwich in my hand and oh dude I'm so tired.
So good though.
It's all right to live cheap and eat Nutella sandwich every day, but God, I'm tired.
The way you said it was very legendary. Like you just like it was like in between drum takes, and you just looked at me and you were like yo, dude, like eating cheap and stuff is alright there, but I'm kind of fucking tired of Nutella sandwiches.
I'm slowly
Tired of the
dying
chocolate,
of
man.
malnutrition.
I don't think I had Nutella after that for at least like 4 or 5 months.
I thought
Nutella's good,
when you
too.
said
It
it was more
is.
dramatic, I thought it was gonna be like a Oscar bait like movie where he's like, I'm tired.
Did you like get
That
like
happened.
Nutella, or did you get like off-brand Nutella?
No name.
Did you get off-brand?
I don't
name?
remember the brand, but if you
Oh
say no name, I
my
believe
god!
it.
If you had
Disgusting.
regular Nutella, you probably would have been like, "Oh, this is pretty good."
I do
Tried it
not
for a
remember
week.
if I do not remember the brand.
Was it from Sobeys?
It's like some hazelnut spread or
do we
something.
go?
Like,
Hazel.
yeah, it's not
you
good.
get it from
you
a
get
Rain-
sick of it.
I think we got it from like the weird like convenience store.
Yeah.
not-
Giant
Okay,
Tiger.
then it wasn't
Giant Tiger Nutella.
Maybe it could have been Nutella.
Value
Could've
Foods
been.
in Grand Barachois. Go to convenience store. Shout out.
I don't know. They probably just had an off-brand sitting there.
Probably,
just
but
like
they have
not-
everything. They have like a grocery store. They have fuel. They have like, and there's like, and the pizza place.
Yeah.
Really, like, yeah, anyways,
where?
in a Grand Barachois.
Oh
Grand
yeah,
Value
yeah.
Foods, the green one. Green gas station
Yeah.
near the school.
The only gas station I've been to in that area was the one that used to have the music store downstairs. I don't know if you-
Hayo, that's in Saint Antoine.
yeah. I think they moved though. They're no longer like at that location, from what I
Yeah,
understand.
I think he moved like in his own house or something like that. I was
Okay.
there like in the final couple days that it was open, and I bought a snare stand off him, and like I did like a very good like bargaining strategy, which I didn't really know I was doing, but I just kind of executed well. Like I said, oh, like do you have like snare stands? And he was like, oh, well, I have this one there, and it was like, oh, it was kind of expensive, and it was not like the best like quality stuff. So I was like, okay, well, all right. So I just kind of kept on shopping. Then he was like, oh, well, you know what? I'll do it for 40. Well, because I didn't really want it, right? And I was like, oh, I don't know. I was just looking around. And I kept on shopping, and then he brought it down to 30, and then 20. So I was like, okay, 20 short. Like I didn't say anything, and it's like after that I was like, yo, like I bargained them pretty good. But
yeah.
but
Got him.
He was like liquidating some of his stock just because he was moving though. But
Yeah. I mean,
he had a lot of stuff though. Lots of
I mean, if you have to
guitars.
set up shop in your house, you're gonna have to make room.
Yeah, definitely.
He had
was really nice.
he had pedal steels going for like really cheap, like 200 or something. Like every time I go to Lana McQuay, I see a pedal steel. It's like $3,000 like minimum.
Well, pedals, yeah, they're brand new are super expensive. That's why it's good to get like a used pedal that's actually like something you probably never heard of.
It's
but
the-
you could get
It's a
something
type
good.
of guitar.
It's the type of guitar that's like
Country,
on a
country
thing.
guys
It's
use it.
yeah. Those
the
things.
Slap guitar.
They got all these
Those are
pedals
hard
and
to
a-
play,
lap steel.
actually.
They're
You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
so-
about?
Yeah, yeah. It's this lap guitar, but it's like you have like volume
lap
pedals on
steel.
your feet.
It's different than a lap steel, though.
That's different.
It's on a stand. Here, pull
Oh,
that up,
okay.
Jamie.
So what they use for the
Yeah, that similar sound.
do you know what I really want to buy? A sitar.
you know
like
what
the
that would
Indian
be fun.
A
guitar.
to play.
centaur.
Sitar.
Okay.
SITAR. It's like
Sitar.
guitar, but like Indian sounding. Like if you're watching an American movie and then they're in India, well, he's gonna play like a sitar.
Is that the one with like 8 strings?
Yeah, like
Oh, yeah.
like it sounds cool.
It's a cool sound. I
Yeah.
like it.
I want I
Oh,
forget
that's what you're talking about.
yeah, those things.
Oh.
Oh yeah, the one I was thinking of was a
He had that for like $300.
lap steel, but
It's like the same thing, isn't it?
well,
But this has like volume pedals,
yeah,
right?
yeah, those were a little more expensive, but still, like if you went to Lana McQuaid and
You're,
looked
like,
at one of
sitting-
those, it'd be 5 like figures.
You're sitting down playing that shit.
Oh yeah, so sit
You're
down.
sitting down. You're sitting down playing that like a piano.
I thought usually I see them standing up when they play it.
And there's bars, like whammy bars, but like detunes it or tunes it up and stuff. I'm
That's strange.
like the bridge is right different. And you can like tune it up, tune it down.
It's like the guitar with the keys of a like playing like a
Yeah.
piano and with the pedals of a piano underneath.
You would use like a slide, right? Like
Yeah.
To get that
Slide,
sound,
yeah.
yeah, but like
Right.
that is like specifically for like just slide sounds.
I think it has to do with the sustain on the different strings or something. Like it's,
Yeah, something
Yes,
like
sir.
that.
yeah, it's pretty like technical to play apparently.
Yeah.
From what I heard.
Definitely couldn't play that.
It'd definitely be neat to try one.
It's pretty hard from what Jeremy has told me. Very much. Shout out to my friend Jeremy. Works at Lana McQuaid. You've probably seen him if you went in and saw a redhead.
Shout out to Jeremy.
Ah,
real
Jeremy.
shit.
Yes.
Yes.
I did
Shout
did
out
I-
to Jeremy.
I did prank him pretty good the other day. Like I called and I recognized his voice. I was like, "Hey, is this Jeremy?" And I called him by his full name. I think he's like, "Is this Jeremy?" He's like, "Oh, yep." I said, "The guitar you sold me is broken, you asshole!" Like a fucking. And he was like, "Oh, whoa," like he was actually like freaked out for a second, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm kidding," like it's Tommy or whatever. Fuck.
I could never do that. He'd recognize me immediately. Like, even if I was using a voice changer, it'd be like, "What do you want?"
If you could collaborate with any musician, alive or dead, who would it be?
Trent Reznor.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But, like, realistically speaking, I'm not sure. Nine Inch Nails, Sam's favorite band.
No. There's a lot of artists I wish we could like just be still alive.
Chuck Skaldner from Death.
Oh
That's
yeah.
a good one, that's a
That
good
would
one.
go hard.
I guess if there were any artists that passed on that I could bring back, I think it would probably be Lane Staley.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just my personal pick, though.
I think for me it'd have to
Who's
be.
he?
Oh, the Alice in Chains guy
Oh, okay.
with the sunglasses.
With the
With
sunglasses.
the sunglasses. That-
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He's good. He's a great guy, man.
For me, definitely, I've been thinking about it. Would be one of my biggest inspiration. It's Darren Malakian from System of a Down.
He's
Oh,
dead.
yeah.
He's
His
dead.
big-
No, he's not.
No.
if he had
Dead or
if he had to
alive.
collab
Dead
with
or alive. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell are you talking
Or
about?
Nah.
there's some kind of weird Mandela effect.
You
thing.
would have heard about that.
Yeah.
Fuck, for me, I mean, it's hard to say because I guess I could say like, oh, collab with a drummer. Like I could say like, oh, Vinnie Paul from Pantera, but then he'd take my job in the band. So
That I forget his name, and I feel bad that I forgot his name. But the original Iron Maiden singer, he died recently, didn't he?
Blaze or no, oh fuck, I know
I
that.
put you on the spot.
I know this. Paul Diano.
Yeah,
He
that
died.
guy.
I know.
Yeah.
Fuck,
I
that's
was
true.
like, what? I was like, what? He's dead. I'm like, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, no, that.
The latest, like one of the latest.
Oh, the
the
Paul
the one
Di'Anno.
from
like the first
Like-
two albums,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
the
yeah.
first
No,
singer, like
the-
the one that does the
Killers and
The new guy's is Bruce. I
Phantom
think,
of the
right?
Opera?
Yeah, new guy's
Right.
Bruce.
yeah, then they
Yeah.
had Bruce.
He
and then they had
flies
Blaze
him
Bayley
around
for a bit.
everywhere, I guess.
They had Blaze Bailey for a bit, and
Yeah.
the album sucked, and then they had Bruce again.
Oh, they were fine.
they were fine. Yeah, they were
It's-
good.
It's
with that
kind. It
song,
reminds
but,
me of like AC/DC, like pre, Brian. Oh, what's his name?
they were both. If the
Brian
singer-
Johnson.
There's two singers.
Bon Scott.
Imagine if they both were in there. Bruce Dickinson and the other guy. It'd be pretty cool. Dual vocals. They just evolved their sound and just had like better vocals. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But
I-
like the change was good, I guess.
I honestly,
better.
I would have to say I actually prefer Brian Johnson to Bon Scott.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Ah, come
That's just me.
on.
It's just
What was
me.
the first album with Brian?
Back in Black.
What's called
Was it
all
Back in
the
Black?
way?
No,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
I think so. Right?
yeah. Oh,
it was
yeah,
Back
yeah. It
Black,
was.
See, I heard like Back in
Oh, the
Black and like all the songs on that album on the radio all the time, so I only ever hear.
Ah,
But the thing
that's
with
why.
anything with like a band like that, like AC/DC or even Queen or Led Zeppelin to like a certain extent, you have to go to everything that C103 will not play.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
Oh,
especially
Yeah,
for
not
Queen.
to-
Queen has
Yeah.
some
Queen,
very, very good
I do
songs
not
and
listen to
albums.
Queen because of their hits.
Yeah. Like no offense to like C103 or
the-
anything,
the
but
other-
it is usually a like hits.
Hits.
radio
It's
station.
always hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found they were playing a lot of the same songs at the same times of the day too.
Yes.
Just,
Yeah.
That's I at work I usually play C103 just as a background radio for the
Mhm.
entire place, and I hear the same songs every day. Not always at the same time, but very often at the same time. They have a morning playlist. They have a noon playlist.
Yeah.
They have a 2 p.m. playlist.
Like you know the song that goes like closing time.
Yeah, closing time. Yeah.
That used to play at Princess Auto when I worked there at like 9:50 or 8:53 like on the dot every day. Like closing time played right before closing time. Then the one cashier
Nice.
like all every day like closing time, and then I'd be like aha I know like I hear it like every day. It used to be such a drag to hear that song.
This is actually a good segue into a question I always like asking
Great song,
people, and I'd like to ask Ross his opinion on this. So, like, what's one song that everyone loves but you personally like loathe, or just like absolutely hate?
We flipped the interview around.
Flip the interview around.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck, that's a question. What do I hate? Jeez.
It's a deep question.
Steve.
Zach,
Bro, you got me on the stuff. It's like there's so many good songs out there. You can't really just start to pick at songs to hate.
okay.
Right?
Well, like, say you go to a bar and everyone's singing this one song because everyone knows it, but it just makes you like roll your eyes whenever people are doing it.
For me, it has to be Sweet Caroline.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm stumped, bro. Are you stumped too? I'm stumped. on
Maybe
it.
Brown Eyed Girl or something like that.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah, that's one.
Okay. Yeah. No, I like a lot of music. I mean, for me, it's like I don't know. I really can't. I'm stumped. I like all music. That's why.
Like I know what you mean because there's different songs for different vibes. Like
I think
if I
it's-
go to the old Triangle on a
it's-
Friday night, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear Suffocation on the speakers.
No,
or
but I think it's for
hip-hop.
me. It's like
well, I do want to hear
I,
hip hop. But
what grinds my gears is kind of new music that's overplayed today. I'd rather hear new music that comes from all around the world where you've never heard it before, and I'm just tired of just like having the same old thing from all the same old people. You could like at least have the same old people not do the same old thing. Like you had Beyonce do country. It's like, ooh, congratulations. But
Yeah.
where's the other people gonna back you up? Where's your band that you used to have? You know, things like that. What about
A
the
lot of them
actual
dropped the band.
the true musicianship where it didn't just matter about one person, it mattered about all the people that actually did play. the
I'd say
music,
that
you know what I mean?
counts. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what matters. I find in music. Like, just keep on hearing other people. Like, oh, did you hear that new album from like that so and so that's like just like so popular nowadays, like Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
She's like so wow. I mean, the new music that really does blow up, like that I've seen, was like good folk music, like there's Sierra Farrell. Like she just blew up. Like there's like
Yeah.
that crazy star now. Like I remember seeing videos from her when she was just like busking and stuff, and she just blew up, and it was amazing because again it kind of gave me hope, and
Yeah.
it's like other bands like Lost Dog Street Band, like Benjamin Todd, like shout out to those bands, like and like those artists, they
Yeah.
came a long way, right? It's all about the
Type
music
shit.
that goes a long way.
I would agree with you about the like single artists like without the like band because like their name is so big now. Like you have to have like a lot of respect for
for the bands of those artists.
yeah,
Yeah.
or,
Shadows.
and like also like Ozzy Osbourne, right? Like he did his own solo stuff, but when you think of like Ozzy Osbourne and you're like, oh, like Zach Wilde,
Yeah, there's other people that were
Randy
like
Rhodes.
in line in there.
Randy
Yeah.
Rhodes.
Yeah,
Right,
Wayne
Randy
Rhodes.
Rhodes. Randy Rhodes is
Rob
just like
Trujillo.
forever
Rob
remembered through Ozzy Osbourne. But like, I remember like he should have probably like had his own thing. I'm pretty sure he did. He had a little bit.
Randy?
Of, yeah, he
Yeah.
had his own thing.
I
I'm
think
pretty sure
so,
with
it
another
did.
band before, right? And he was pretty good at that. And I think what blew him up was with the Ozzy Osbourne thing. So there's like these opportunities that other artists got the chance to get, and they blew up with these big
Black
artists.
Label Society was a thing before Ozzy Osbourne, right? That's what
No.
Zach Wilde did.
Definitely, I don't think so. I
No?
listened to I don't know. I listened to like this week for some reason. It's a weird coincidence, I guess.
Okay.
This week I listened to Mafia a lot by Black Label Society. Like that was a CD player. That's what was in the CD player this week, and it just all sounds like shit off of the album with Ozzy, like the face with what's the album name? Like with Mom Coming Home on it.
Oh, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
It's
The
not-
brown Ozzy. Like
No More
album.
Tears.
No More Tears.
No
Yeah, it all like you know like
tears.
the riff like with the like he does like the squeals there like
Yeah.
every single one of his riffs on that album has that fucking squeal at the end of it.
Well, that's-
every riff,
well,
every
that-
measure, every.
That's
and,
that's
like,
kind
it's
of
good.
his that's
It's
kind of his
good.
thing though.
But
It's his thing, yeah.
when it was like
It's
it
good.
reached like track 7 and it was still going on with the squeals and I was like, dude, like I don't know, do dive bombs or something. Do something else.
Yeah, do dive bombs.
Yeah, I feel like
maybe. Yeah, that's a
bombs-
good.
He does
That's
a lot
a
of
good
he
concept.
does a lot of
I
those.
hear that all a lot about Zach Wild too, but like, he made his band with the Black Label Society, and like, I never really got to listen to them, but I can picture it now.
Yeah.
The squeals are often in there.
Yeah,
He was doing that before he joined Ozzy, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
it was
that
it was
a
like
signature
a
thing.
it
It's
wasn't
cool.
a Black Sabbath cover band. Is that what it was?
Zach
originally?
Sabbath.
Zach Sabbath.
And I like it a lot, but like every like early Black Sabbath, as far as like rock or like metal goes, is so like not restrained, but like very like not bare bones or anything, just like it's like they're counting so much on the music itself to sell you on the experience more so
Yeah.
than like the tone or the like the speed, like it's just like overall like good songwriting, right? And when a lot of like Zach Sabbath songs, like they're all great, but every other like riff has a pinch harmonic.
Oh.
It's just kind of funny because there's like
I'll go on Spotify. Right
Zach Sabbath is a band. From
yeah, it's
maybe,
his
yeah,
Black
it would
Sabbath
probably-
cover band.
I was gonna say like I'm gonna go on the album.
He usually picks it up pretty quick there.
Yeah.
I was
Straight-
gonna say I'm just gonna play a random bit of the album and there's gonna be a squeal on it. They really anal about that.
Yeah, even sometimes just playing a cover, it'll pick it up.
Yeah, well, I used to stream a lot, and I used to just play music in the background, and like every 2 minutes, I would receive an email like, "Hey, you're using this music, not allowed." Every like 2 minutes.
Access denied.
Yeah, and my stream got shut off often because of it.
On Facebook, probably, eh?
On Facebook, they have it a few times. Instagram have it a few times.
I know Twitch
and
is
mainly
kinda like that
Twitch,
sometimes.
or it was Twitch or YouTube.
Oh.
I don't remember which, but
Huh.
that was one of these two were the big one.
Because I don't think YouTube usually shuts it down, but it will. I think it takes some of the monetization or something. like
It'll
that.
either get demonetized.
I know YouTube does demonetize like on the spot as soon as you have like a fucking second of a music. We're probably getting copyright strikes for SandFalls.
Yeah, that's happened before. I've had hip hop artists come in the studio, and then it flagged their own music for copyright. So it's just
Well, with
Oh,
hip hop
no.
too, is because like it has like a lot of like samples in it, right?
Mhm.
So sometimes like the like bot just picks that up and like goes like copyright, you know.
So they need musicians.
There
to
was
make
a really
different
really
sample.
funny story I heard one time where this one YouTuber used a clip from Pulp Fiction. It's a scene where Samuel L. Jackson's like, "You will know my name is the," or whatever. He's giving like
The Lord, right?
yeah, he's giving his big Bible speech, but
Yeah.
but he let the clip play for like 18 minutes. But like that was to be expected. It's like 18 uninterrupted seconds of a movie, right? His video did get claimed, not for the movie, but for a Cypress Hill song. So like,
Oh, wow.
just to give you an idea of how insane and like
In the memory.
no, like just how trigger happy YouTube's bots are about music. Like when he used a clip of the movie, it got flagged for as if he was using the song that used that clip from the movie. So somehow he owes royalties to Cypress Hill, not Miramax Pictures. Like the music is like movies clips or like TV show clips you can sometimes get away with, but if it's any like top 100 Billboard song or anything like
Use
that,
it.
like 0.8 seconds, it's like you're not
It's
monetized
fast.
anymore.
It's
Yeah.
crazy how fast it can detect that.
That's crazy. That's some crazy robot stuff.
So, like you can sample movies, I think, or like.
I guess so. You can like put different sounds over movies. Like if you have some score that's
There's different like tricks you can do.
Thank you.
Like one trick I remember, it's from this guy Emperor Lemon, where he did this series called YouTube Copyright School, where he gave like a bunch of instructions on like how to like avoid copyright claims or like different like tactics you can use. And one of them was if you're playing like clips of a movie, you can either like invert it or like put some sort of picture on it, or you can like cut it up a little bit so that the more like the more like interrupted and like choppy it is, the harder like the bot has a harder time like detecting it.
Okay, and it
As
kind of
like-
makes it more original too, I guess, because it's almost like a
Trickery.
remix or like
yeah,
a collage sort of thing.
yeah.
you know, like
It kind of sucks though because like hip hop, like the reason like hip hop like became like an entire genre, like a lot of it was because of like the creative use of like sampling and like taking like all these things together and to like make this one like distinct sound, right? And like you can still do that now, but it's a lot harder because of like how much things like not even YouTube videos, but like streams get flagged for like copyright stuff and all that, you know. Like whenever you pay like for example, like back in the day when Anthrax did their album with
Public Enemy.
yeah, Public Enemy,
a song
they
on an
they used
album.
a Sam Kinison sample, and I'm sure they like paid him like a pretty big check, and he was happy to like have it. But like, it's a lot easier to just like get around it doing it that way than like having to fight a bunch of like bots over like claims and like stuff like that.
or lawyer
you know?
fees and
Yeah,
legal fees. Yeah, for sure. Go
Yeah.
and like ask the artist for sure. Hey, you mind let me use your sample for a movie or like a music video? You know, like I really love your music. You know, you can ask them politely and give them a cut.
What's fucked too though is I've heard a lot of stories of like music artists, like smaller music artists that had their like videos flagged by someone else pretending to be them, so they like get flagged for their own songs because these other people are like taking advantage of like how easy it is to like demonetize people and just have like money like flowing your way.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
it's like
that.
theft.
Yeah,
they're stealing other
pretty
people's
much.
revenue by claiming it's theirs.
It's just nuts. You know.
And like, well, you know the Beastie Boys, their album Paul's Boutique. Like, back in the day, they spent like, well, I'm on Google just to fact check myself there, but like, like for back in the day, they paid like $250,000 just in samples to clear them at the time.
Wow.
Nowadays, with all the because they did track more samples or whatever. Nowadays, it's like the equivalent to like it would be worth $20 million just to buy out all the samples they used for that album.
That's insane.
It's stupid. Like it's and like it's not like he stole a song. He just
Millions.
used- yeah.
You can get away with like hiding it with like other things layered on top of it though. Like I know like bands like
a lot of people slightly like distort them or slightly like
Yeah.
0.9
Yeah.
Pitch shifted or sometimes they'll re-record
Reverse,
it.
yeah.
They'll make a imitation of the sample.
yeah, you just have to like warp it a little bit so it doesn't get picked up or anything. Like a lot of like new metal bands did that. Like Slipknot did that with sampling a lot, where like they cut it up and like speed it up and like stuff like that. I'm sure Limp Bizkit does
yeah,
that.
they got this
You probably
DJ
know more
guy.
than I
They
would.
got this turntable guy. They can just put
Yeah.
any sample they
DJ
want.
Lethal.
Mess and
Hell
mess it
yeah.
up and be like, yo,
Yeah.
this is original. Yeah, we should go play a
Yeah, you
I
guys
got
want to
jams.
jam?
It's on.
Yeah, dude.
I don't
do a
remember
jam.
how my generation goes. I wouldn't be able to play it.
Well, we're gonna get flagged if we play.
Yeah,
We're too good at it.
We might not.
All right,
It's
I'm gonna go
technically
set
a
up.
cover,
Just
so
make a
it's not gonna-
Timu version of it.
Timu version. That's,
That's
gonna be the
another
new
word
Wish
for
thing?
generation.
Is it a new Wish thing? Wish version? There's Timu versions now.
Is Wish still even a thing? They got
Yeah,
the Timo
I
kind of
think
took
Timo
over.
really took it over.
I get the weirded ads like on Instagram from Timu. Like it recommends you to like buy a whole forklift, buy a, you know what I mean? Like just like weird things. Like
They've
from Temu
really
and
been
Amazon.
pushing this
Like it-
excavator one.
like they
Yeah,
no, well,
yeah.
not
little
just
mini
that,
excavator.
but like they just take whatever appears on my For You page and turn it into like Amazon or Temu ads that you can like swipe, and I'm like the only one that sees it, I guess. And it's like stuff that you can't really like buy. It's just like random. Anyways,
Do you want this thing that does a thing? Like, oh no.
You want a handheld Tiger electronic console? It's like no.
Get like a squid coat hanger.
I saw someone selling cardboard egg boxes on Temu once.
Wait, people go there and
Cardboard egg
sell?
boxes.
No, like you know the boxes you buy eggs in. They
Yeah.
were selling used egg boxes. It was like a stack of them for like $2. But
Well,
then
I mean,
the,
people-
Yeah.
the shipping would be like $40. So like, what's the point?
Yeah, actually, I'm actually really curious. Ross would know that. I heard a lot of people say that egg boxes, like those boxes, like the dozen, are really good for isolation for music recording. Like people put them on the wall. Is that something you've heard of
I've
yourself?
actually seen people. doing
I've seen
that.
people doing it, but I don't think it does much for isolation and doesn't really it might help with the high frequency sounds in the room,
Okay.
but it's not going to really do much to stop the sound from leaving the room.
Yeah.
And it's a fire hazard and it looks like crap.
One of my friends did
That's
that
true.
once. He had hung out like from the ceiling a bunch of carton of eggs, like a dozen, from the ceiling just to record some like demos. It was ridiculous. There was a Christmas tree in the middle too.
Oh wow. Like a real Christmas tree, or like one
Yeah,
of
like
those
a real
fake ones?
Christmas tree with
So
a
like
bunch
I
of egg boxes hanging from the ceiling.
was really trying to burn his house down.
Uh,
Yeah.
Well,
You should
what
tell
I
them
do
about
is
the bathroom studio for the vocals.
oh yeah,
oh, that was a fire hazard.
definitely a fire hazard. Not just because we were cooking heat in there, but just because it was like his. He records his vocals in his bathroom, which is like it's like I guess you could stand like two people in there, like
Comfortably,
comfortably
two people.
stand two. Like if you're three, you're touching each other's elbows.
Like
there.
someone's in the bathtub, someone's sitting on the toilet, and someone's at the sink. That's the
Yeah.
most like comfortable you can be in
And
there.
you just like cover the walls and ceilings with like blankets and whatnot to isolate the sound. And actually, it works well. Like it works very well. But like his baseboard here was like turned on all the way, and there was like no way to turn it down for some reason. Like the
It was
electrical-
either the breaker for it was on or off.
so like it would if it was cold in the house, he would turn it on. Then
The
would turn
entire
it on, like-
basement heat on or off.
yeah. So like that was like it was warm in there and covered in blankets, so that could have been a fire hazard. But yeah.
Yeah, bathroom's probably like a good spot to record vocals.
Oh yeah, especially if you have a small one. That's the one. My basement bathroom is so small.
It's cheaper than buying studio bricks, and, like building that into your house. You know,
Yeah, I don't think I've recorded anything. Actually, I think I recorded some guitars in the studio bathroom, like guitar amps, but no vocals in there yet.
It's always fun exploring where you can record stuff. Once I recorded vocals just in the shed.
I always find stories about that fun, like when like musicians use like guerrilla tactics to kind of like record their stuff. You know,
Sort of
Or-
like
or
the,
to,
the
like,
album, we
get
did a
stuff
lot of
done.
sampling. We did a lot of interesting recording techniques. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing, but we were doing it.
Yeah.
We brought mics like in the middle of like the woods with like in the middle of a snow day or some shit, recording some bottles, like a bunch of interesting stuff, sampling
That was on the first album?
on
Or-
the
or-
one coming up.
Oh, that okay. Cool.
I'm someone that really I hate using samples for the monetary reason we mentioned, strikes, and I also like making my own shit. So it's like I think in the album we used our first actual sample in one of the songs. We took a presidential speech. That's the first time we ever used like an actual sample that we didn't make.
And presidential speech are
and
not
it's the best
copyrighted.
part of the album.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like speeches
Everything.
from presidents aren't copyrighted, so
Yeah, looking
I
forward
heard
to hearing
of.
that.
I hope I don't get a letter in the mail from the government.
Technically
Cease and desist.
speaking, when the government receives documents or recordings, in theory, the government is supposed to work for us. So those are actually supposed to be like our
Yeah.
documents,
Public
or
domain.
recordings.
That's
Well,
what I
they're
heard.
recording us all the time, anyways, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I know it's like the complete opposite of how that works, but you know.
So everything else, we always sample everything ourselves. Like one of the songs starts with rain. I went out on a rainy day with microphones and I recorded the rain and the wind, you know?
sweet.
We recorded the car crash for something.
Yeah,
we
we
recorded
constructed
an
a whole
ad.
car crash out of stuff. It was
You,
pretty
you
cool.
recorded a car, like an actual car crash?
Well,
We-
no,
we made
we
one.
thought about like setting like cinder blocks in his driveway and record my grandma backing up, just to really have that real effect on there. But no, we had a simulation going on. Like
We got some scrap junk parts from a
Ford Ranger
scrapyard,
from
whatever,
Ford Ranger, and then we just like smashed the doors with cinder blocks and whatnot to make like a crashing sound. We had like glass bottles shattered to make glass. We had a
You guys made a whole scene to make a fucking. Where's my microphone? Did I lose it? You guys made a whole sample.
oh yeah
Car
Oh, we
crash?
sampled
Yeah.
a lot of stuff.
car
That's cool.
crash.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's a whole
Interesting. I was just
bunch of
coming
stuff.
back here. Are we jamming again?
sure.
We can go
Yeah.
for a jam.
Yeah.
It's not too late.
It's not too
No,
late.
no, yes.
All right.
Yeah,
Good
it's
time. Get a
super
jam
jam.
in.
10.
We got Zach
I got
here.
my stuff set up.
You got your stuff.
Got my stuff set up. Oh no, do I have a pick? Yes, I do. I got a pick. All right, let's do it.
So you got your cube in there. All right, let's go.
What should I do with this?
Oh, just nice. Grab that. Yeah. So. Yeah, it's over there.
Oh, okay.
It's right to the left of the projection. All right, so the boys are gonna get ready to get some jams going. Yeah, we're taking donations as well. If you want to donate to Jamstrumental, you can donate via e-transfer. Donate at jamstrumental.com. And we also got the PayPal link as well. So, yeah, check it out. Thanks so much to our donors. And if you want to be a sponsor on the podcast, too, reach out to me. We're going to be starting to take on some sponsors here. Got lots of fun stuff in the works. All right. Let's switch off to the live room. So we're gonna do like a drop C jam, I think. So that was. I'll turn you on there. There you go.
Drop C sharp. So
Drop C sharp.
Half step higher. Or half
So
step down with the
so
lowest
like E flat dropped, I think.
C sharp, G sharp, C sharp, F sharp, A sharp, D sharp.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, so if this is your first time tuning in, this is a podcast / improv jam / feature band. So if you got a band and you'd like to be featured on the pod, reach out. Reach out to me, Ross Cole, on Facebook, or reach out to Slanted Glass Productions. Reach out to Jamstrumental. We're on Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, we do this live from Moncton, Canada. So we got Zach here, Zach from Wreckage, Ross Cola. Oh yeah, I got a mic up, Zach. Let's go. Jamstrumental 134 Metallic Edition. We got SandFalls here. We got Zach Roussel here. We got an improv jam going on. Smash that subscribe button. We got some drop C sharp jams going on tonight, boys.
I'm actually really curious of something. Is there a song by us that you really like, that you'd like to try to jam along?
Yeah, interesting collab potential here.
in B or A sharp?
At some point, we did change the key.
That's the thing. I was like, where do I solo? I forgot to ask him, where do I solo? So the solo would have been in B.
Would have been whatever that is.
Nice. Some Ozzy, Zach Wild influenced jams there.
More pinch.
Yeah, shout out to Kitty in the chat. Friggin' right. I think we might have time for maybe one more jam and then probably call it there.
Y'all want to switch it up a bit for this one?
Oh, the switcheroo. Frig yeah.
Hey, I want you. I want you to drum for me.
That friggin' right. Jamstrumental 134 Metallic Edition. Huge thank you to SandFalls for coming out. We're gonna get a group photo. Gonna call it there pretty much. Check them out. Check them out on the social. SandFalls. New album coming out as the SandFalls on all the platforms.
Thank you for having us, Ross.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ross.
When's your next show?
Right now, the booked earliest one would be July 11th in Miramichi.
Sweet.
At the Shred Shed.
I'll see you there.
If you like skateboard,
Oh,
and
Miramichi, that's
SandFalls.
somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to friggin' check that place out. I've been hearing lots of good stuff about the Shred Shed.
It's a skate park. It's pretty cool.
They have shows and they do skateboarding while the shows are going on too.
I don't know if they do it well, but it would be pretty fucking awesome. I hope they do.
It would be awesome.
That'd be sweet.
Or if they don't, I'll bring a skateboard and throw it to the crowd and say do a kickflip.
Do that while playing there. Get like some wireless. All right. Well,
That would be really cool.
thanks so much for tuning in to this special edition of Jamstrumental. If you've got a band and you'd like to be featured on Jamstrumental, reach out to us here at Slanted Glass Productions or reach out to me personally, Ross Cole. Also, always looking for new jammers, new talent. And yeah, we're taking on sponsors as well too, so accepting offers. So reach out. Love you very much. Have a great night.
Have a great night, Owen.
See you next time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, people.